Oh, that is why I love Attack on Titan. This is why. This is a perfect example why I love Attack on Titan. It doesn't need crazy action and gory fights between titans. The politics and the mind games. Oh, dude. Come on. How could anyone dislike this chapter? I mean, seriously, did anyone see that coming? Did anyone see that coming? When Pixis just fucking trolled the entire royalty, the entire Central Military Police. He trolled them. He trolled them. Erwin also trolled them. And then we find out that he pretty much said, like, okay, the Armored Titan and the Colossal Titan has breached the wall. And then you have the Central Military Police and all the nobles and stuff like, seal off the walls, don't let them in the walls, don't let them in Wall Cena. I'm like, oh my god, what pricks. And all of a sudden you sold some of the soldiers and the military police and different people that were there stationed inside of the capital. They're like, no, we're not following the orders, I'd rather side with Wall Rose. I'm like, that's how you fucking do it. And then all of a sudden we find out that it was just a trolling attempt by Pixis and Erwin to show the true colors of the nobles and the people that lead the capital. Great. Fucking amazing. Isayama, you did a great job. You did such a great job with handling the politics in this arc. Seriously, I love politics so much, and the way it's been handled is really good. Even though technically the Central Military Police has fallen, it is not over yet. Eren and Historia have yet to be found. They still need to be found. We still need to know their location. At the end of this chapter, like the final panel, we see Eren just, walked up in chains like this, and you see Historia in a new dress, and it seems like she's not really being tortured or nothing. So, something else is going on there. But anyways, Eren is chained up, and he's on this, like, stone podium thing. You just see him on this giant stone pillar, and he's just chained up. Looks like he's unconscious. And so, technically, the real king, as we know of, is in the background, and we don't know where he's at, what he's doing currently. But Eren is running out of time. He's definitely running out of time at the end of this chapter, because now probably the plans of the king, the king in the background, is probably going to be on the move now to devour Eren and get his power. So, very, very good chapter. Dialogue-heavy chapter when it comes to this monthly release of Attack on Titan. And I love the dialogue. The dialogue was so great. I loved it. It was intriguing, kept me interested. And this chapter was just a thrilling tension ride. I mean, there's so much tension in this chapter. Because at first I thought, Erwin was going to get his head chopped off in this. Because, I mean, right at the beginning of the chapter, you see them setting up the freaking the chopping block for Erwin. I'm like, oh my god, please don't kill him. And then all of a sudden it built up in this chapter and built up until we found out the Titans broke through Wall Rose. I'm like, holy shit, no! I was like, oh, dude, that's gonna be so good. And then I was even trolled about it, and then I was like, oh my god, the mind games. It was a really good plan to mess with their minds and just show their true colors. And now Pixis has shown who he's going to have an allegiance with. He's definitely going to be putting someone else on top, but he will not follow someone that's willing to give up half of humanity for their own selfish greed. And so I like that so freaking much. Such a freaking great chapter. Oh, man, I love these chapters so much. And then you have the entire Survey Corps, they're finally, free. For instance, they have their freedom now. They're not being hunted down, and they're allowed to do what they want. All the dialogue and mind games in this arc, in this chapter, has just been phenomenal. I really, really enjoy it, because, I mean, it's went from one thing where you have our Survey Corps, our main characters, running from the government because the government's corrupt, to getting slow build-up of armies and having a rebellion build-up to this entire turning point. It's been a fun, fun ride. Now, I want to do a quick prediction. What is going to happen next, okay? Now that we know that Central has fallen. Central technically has fallen. All of the public now knows the truth about the Central Military Police. Everybody knows now. The only thing that can go on right now, happen from this point onward, like I said, is the king behind the scenes about to devour Eren. He's most likely going to try to devour Eren, and we have, Hanji at the end of this chapter say she has some leads to where he's at. And so, most likely, next chapter is going to be focusing, finding the location of Eren and Historia, and it might also focus on what is going down with Eren and Historia, and we might get to see the true face of the king. Besides the predictions of that, what I think is going to happen next once this king matter gets settled, I think they're going to start venturing outside of the wall. We're finally going to get to see what is in that basement. That's what I think is going to happen now, since, you know, we're getting past the politics and the issues inside the wall. We can finally move on to bigger goals. For instance, that's what this entire arc was. It had to be done. They had to get the support of the entire public, because since the very beginning of Attack on Titan, or Shingeki no Kyojin, the public has not really supported the Survey Corps because they always go out there to get killed. But now they realize the importance of the Survey Corps and why they're risking their lives and what they're risking it for. And so now humanity is going to be combined and have a greater bond than they did. And they're going to be able to work together to take over the next wall. Go back to the original wall, Wall Maria, and then also probably go out and try to capture more territory. So personally, if I had to rate this chapter of Attack on Titan, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It was a very good chapter because I just love the dialogue. I love dialogue-heavy chapters, especially with politics. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.